What's up, my Trinbago Vibe peeps? Welcome to another episode of Trinbago Vibes. Yes, behind me is the water taxi heading down south to San Fernando from Port of Spain. So in this one, we're gonna jump on that and head down south. Yeah, Trinbago Vibes. Let's go. I wonder if we'll have anything down by the wharf at the end of this one, boy. Oh yeah, I missed this one, but don't worry, we'll catch the next one. So yeah. Now, the water taxi terminal is next to the breakfast shed in town. You know, close to the Hyatt and the Radisson, for those of you who don't use this on a regular basis. And it only makes the trip between San Fernando and Port of Spain. Yes, these seats will fill up quickly in the evening time here. And depending on where you sit will determine the order in which you enter the water taxi. Now, this is a good bit of seats on the boat itself, and they appear to be decently comfortable. And we're off, leaving the dock at Port of Spain, and the glass not too righteous by this window seat that shows. Yeah, but we're heading down south on the body of water called the Gulf of Paria. By the way, if you sit on the left hand side of the water taxi in the morning, you will have the rising sun as your company heading down the, well, I want to say road, but really heading down the body of water, the sea, heading down the sea. Yeah, but whether it be in the morning or evening, it's a smooth ride more or less. So the water taxi has been around for the past 15 years. They started in December 2008. Well, that was the first sailing, was December 2008, December. So technically they really start January 2009, January, yeah. So that's when they start sailing and taking passengers from San Fernando to Port of Spain and vice versa. So yeah, so that's a bit of history there. So it's over 15 years now they have been doing this service, the water taxi service, you know, alternative transport from San Fernando to Port of Spain to San Fernando. And the nice thing about this, no traffic, so that's pretty cool, you know. So the water taxi only operates during the weekday, so from Monday to Friday. It does not work on weekends, and there are 4 sailings in total, 4 in the morning, 4 in the evening. Now the 4 in the morning is basically 3 out of the 4 in the morning is from San Fernando to Port of Spain, and is 1 Port of Spain to San Fernando sailing. So yeah, so make a note of that. If you just want to come and ride it or visit San Fernando, you have to catch that early morning sailing, that one early morning sailing. You can spend the whole day in San Fernando, and then you can take the sailing back up, you know, if in case you're staying like Hyatt or the Radisson or whatnot. Yeah. So on the evening, right, there's also 4 sailings, but only 1 comes from San Fernando to Port of Spain. The other 3 comes from Port of Spain to San Fernando. That's to show you how much South people that have coming up in town for work during the week. And also it's 15 TT one way, so that's approximately $2.20 thereabout. Yeah, US. Yeah. So I just want to give you an average on what it takes, and it normally takes about an hour. So I've been told. I have the timer running at the moment, so we'll see when we dock the actual time it takes. But on a normal basis, I believe it takes an hour from either trip. So yeah, I mean, if there's delays and stuff, well, that can't be helped. So what you gonna do? Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, right? Even if you bought a ticket today, it is valid for 60 days. So you're safe anyhow. So if you forget to use it on the day of purchase, or you could go and purchase for a few days, those tickets are valid for 60 days at the time of purchase. Oh yeah, and of course, if you sit down on the left-hand side of the ship, you'll see the coast and everything. And probably on a clear day, not so much today, but you'll see the central range, you'll see part of the northern range when you're leaving town. And you might see San Fernando Hill and thing as we approach San Fernando. If you sit down on the left-hand side of the, you know, the water taxi, on your right-hand side, you won't see much from Port of Spain to San Fernando, that is. If you are coming from San Fernando, on the right-hand side, you'll see the same view. You are seeing the coastline and everything, but from Port of Spain to San Fernando, on the left-hand side of the vessel, you'll see the coastline. On the right-hand side, you just see open sea. It's quite possible on a very clear day, you might glimpse Venezuela and thing, because, you know, right now we're in the Gulf of Paria. But let me know in the comments below if you do use the water taxi service, and also, you know, what do you do to kill time? Do you like read a book? Do you take a nap? You know, do you plan things out? Do you go on your phone and watch Trinbago Vibes on YouTube? You know, we have a It's a tour of content, and most of the times it'll be evergreen content. And when I mean evergreen content, I mean that, it is still relevant up to this day. The only thing that might be different in some of those food hopping videos is the prices may have increased somewhat, but more or less, I would say 80% of the videos on the channel is evergreen. So you could always check out those if you haven't seen them as yet. Also, right, for those of you who are doing this on a daily basis, you would know this already. But for like first timers or noobs such as myself, I should call myself noob, right? Yeah. When you come into the terminal, all right, there are different sections. So where you sit will determine like when you would board. So there's normally a section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then people who standing up who couldn't get a seat, right? There's actually they'll start to board about 5-10 minutes before the actual sailing, and there's 2 row by row. Now the security there is more real dread though, so I don't think you can just cut through the lines or anything, right? They will put you in your place. It's like if they own this water taxi service. Yeah, so they do establish order, so big up them, Along this route, you'll see the coastline of like Sealots, the Carney Swamp, Waterloo, Point Lisas, Claxon Bay, Marabella, and finally the San Fernando Hills will greet you at the end, once the weather is pretty good. So that's more or less some history and info on the water taxi here in Trinidad and Tobago. So we took about 48 minutes to reach the water taxi terminal in San Fernando, more or less. And by the way, there's a washroom at the back of the boat. There, yeah. Alright, let's disembark. Up ahead is the South Water Taxi Terminal, and the plan is to walk along the wharf and get a little doubles and probably aloo pie, and then take the PTSC limited stop bus, aka the coach, back to Port of Spain. Yep, so we just disembarked there. Now you can take our bus transfer, I think, for like $3 more to take you into the city itself proper, both in Port of Spain and San Fernando. But yeah, so now we walking along the wharf here towards the PTSC terminal. So we'll be passing the San Fernando Wharf in a little bit. We'll have all these vehicles here to pick up passengers and everybody else who walking in this direction, heading into San Fernando directly, probably to get other transport. Trinbago Vibes. So that there was a water taxi ride to San Fernando from Port of Spain. Tire shop there, and that is the old San Fernando Wharf. You can see behind me there, and where we just putting in, there's construction going on. I'm not sure what exactly they are building there, so in a few months time, or probably in a year or two, we'll see. But yeah, let me show you all this, the fish market or the fish wharf here. Now everything is sold out this morning, so you wouldn't really get to see anything at this hour. But yeah, actually there's a doubles person there, and then we headed in the PTSC. So let's go, get some doubles. There goes the bus, or the pick up passengers, 2 buses. Still water taxi, Trinbago Vibes. And yeah, it's kind of remind me of the doubles there, so yeah. There goes the bus. Back to my childhood days, back in Marabella.